So I wanted to help you out a little bit. These are the practice problems for the Quotient of Powers worksheet. So there are a couple ways you can solve these. For the first one, you could use the rules or the quotient law that we already learned, which says that if the bases are the same, you can subtract the exponents. So in this case, -3 minus a -7 is +4. Or you can use what we just learned about negative exponents and take the reciprocal. So remember we said you can't leave the negative exponents? So you have to take the reciprocal. So in this case, this fraction can be rewritten as 4 to the +7th divided by 4 to the +3rd. And then you would use the rule of subtraction, 4 to the 7 minus 3, which is 4 to the power of 4. So either way, you can see you're going to get the same answer. Let's try number 2. Same thing. We can use the rule of subtraction, 3 minus a -7, which gives us 4 to the power of 10. Or you can use what we just learned about taking the reciprocal, 4 to the power of -7, to make that a positive exponent. You'd use the reciprocal, which puts it in the numerator, which leaves us with 4 to the power of 3 times 4 to the power of 7. In this case, we know the rule says when we're multiplying the same base, you can add the exponents. And we still get 4 to the power of 10. So either way, you're going to get the same answer. It's just a matter of what you are more comfortable with. Let's try this one. Again, we can use the rule that says we can subtract. -3 minus 7 is -10. Or we can use the reciprocal of 4 to the power of -3. So all that I have left now in my numerator is 1. In my denominator, I now have 4 to the 7th times 4 cubed, which tells me I can add those because it's multiplication with the same base, which gives me 1 over 4 to the 10th. Now look up here. Remember, we can't leave that negative exponent. We have to take the reciprocal, which is 4 to the power of 10. Again, same answer. All right. I'm back to red. We can do subtraction. That is the rule for dividing bases or exponents with the same base. -7, oops, not -4. What am I doing? Not -4. -7 minus 7 is -14, which again, we have to take the reciprocal because we cannot leave a negative exponent. Or we can take the -7, we're going to make it positive by taking the reciprocal. Now you can see we're multiplying, which tells me since it's the same base, I can add them, and I get the same answer. 1 divided by 4 to the power of 14. Same one, same answer. And finally, we have this one. We can subtract. They're the same base, so I'm allowed to subtract, which gives me -3 plus 3 is 0, which we already discussed is 1. Or we can take the reciprocal, which would actually look the same, right? And because it's the same base, we can subtract, which gives me 0 again, which still gives me 1. So all of these are examples of how to handle negative exponents. And you have 2 ways to do both of them. So hopefully this is helpful. Now you get to go down and do the 6 independent practice problems on your own. That's what I'm grading, and good luck.